really achieve that target? To weigh in on that, G. Chandra Shekhar, commodity expert, is now joining us. Hello, Mr. Chandra Shekhar. Thank you so much for taking the time out and joining us today. Mr. Chandra Shekhar, firstly, I want to ask you about the fact that the targets have been raised by the government. Firstly, given the situation right now, I want to ask you about the fact that is that target achievable? What are the factors that you're really flagging off as concerns for wheat production targets of 190 million tons this year?
Wheat is critical for India's food security. We are the world's second largest wheat producers. And last year, our production was about 117.9 million tons. This year, of course, the target is slightly higher, 190 million tons. But in the last 5 or 6 years, if you have observed, weather has been playing a little truant. Day temperatures in at least 3 out of the last 6 years have been rising well above 21, 22 degrees Celsius, which is the limit of heat tolerance for wheat. And in producing states like UP, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, currently, this year, the temperatures are closer to 24, 25, 26 degrees Celsius, day temperature. And that's actually causing concern in my view. But the good news is Punjab and Haryana, without doubt, are experiencing excellent weather conditions and temperature, including enough subsoil moisture. But in UP, Bihar, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, which are equally important for wheat production, there are two things. One, of course, as I said earlier, day temperatures are rising beyond the comfort zone. Second, soil moisture conditions. We always have winter rains which support the wheat crop, but this year winter rains are absolutely scanty, absolutely inadequate. I'll give you the latest IMD data. East and northeastern region, minus 88%. From 1st January to 4th February, rainfall is minus, it's in deficit, minus 88%, and this covers UP and Bihar, which are important wheat producers.
Right. Mr. Chandra Shekhar, so there has been a rainfall deficit and the temperatures have been rising, which are conducive for wheat production. So what can be the risk management plan for the government? What are the measures that the government can take to counter the looming threat of perhaps a blowout in the wheat production?
Two things. The government of India imposed stock limits for processors, for traders, retailers, etc., 4 years ago. Very recently, last month, that stock limit was lifted. And I thought it was a little premature for the government to have lifted the stock limits because they should have assessed the size of the wheat crop and the possibility of risk before taking that decision. But they took the decision, they lifted all the stock ceiling and the stock limit that processors and traders and retailers can have. My worry is if the wheat harvest were to take a hit, God forbid it should not, it will not, hopefully it will not. In case the wheat crop takes a hit and production falls well below the target of production, which is 119 million tons, then government may be forced to reimpose the stock limit. This is one. Second, procurement. What will happen to procurement? If open market prices were to rise above the procurement price of wheat of 2,585 rupees a quintal is 100 kilograms, and therefore it is 25,850 rupees a ton. If open market prices were to rise above this level, then farmers will actually sell in the open market rather than give it to the Food Corporation of India. So then our procurement program could potentially take a hit. And therefore the government again will have to think of some administrative measure. In the past, government prevented the private sector from buying during the peak harvest season, because FCI becomes the sole buyer, and therefore those kinds of administrative interventions are completely unpalatable and unnecessary for our country. We need to have a market which is a lot more free for the private sector to operate. But these are reimposing the stock limit could be one option. Preventing the private sector from buying during the peak harvest season could be second option.
Right. So, Mr. Chandra Shekhar, the production does not match the 190 million ton target. By how much do you think the government will need to increase the wheat stockpiles to counter the price wars?
I think it's a tough question. It will we still don't know. Only when the wheat crop size crystallizes, which in my view could be probably mid-March. Say 4 weeks from now, we'll have a reasonably good idea of what the wheat crop size is going to be, the harvest size is going to be. Will it be 119? Will it be 115? Will it be 110 or lower? We don't know. I think we are only speculating at this point of time. And once there is a reasonable knowledge and informed estimation of the wheat harvest size, then we can look at various other options of what should be done by the government of India. I think it's a little premature to talk about the question that you're asking. Yeah.
Right, Mr. Chandra Shekhar. On that note, thank you so much for joining us and Commodity Central. Pleasure to have you on the show. But with that, it's time for us to slip into a short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.